I don't have it up yet because it's not says it's streaming yet.
Hey everyone, welcome back to GCUB Live, where we can and will discuss any and all things gaming and tech related. This week, kind of a big news week, talking the unholy union of Netflix and Nintendo partnering up for some Megaton Zelda news, as well as some first impressions of Dying Light, some indie news, and our dream of future remasters. At least my dream, anyway. Before we get started with all that, real quick, I'd be remiss if we didn't mention a pretty big loss in the industry as far as communities go. Monty Ohm of Rooster Teeth, who's done a lot of animating and things of that nature, did some stuff on Red vs. Blue. He was responsible for that Samus vs. Master Chief video.
Hey, Lloyd.
Yeah. He passed untimely this week. I don't really want to get into why or what happened, but it's definitely something worth thinking about, at least a little bit of reflection. He was so young, 33 years old, just a freak thing, and it's a huge loss for the community. And this is a guy that worked incredibly hard and had even more fun, and at the very least it's worth bringing that up, and then mentioning that tonight is dedicated to the memory of him. And how we're going to do this tonight. We're going to have a lot of fun, and we're going to work real hard, and we're going to do this thing.
For yourself. I don't work.
Yeah, I should not. I should go back to being unemployed.
Sounds good. We're right there with you.
Yeah, but anyways, it's kind of switch gears a little bit. I just wanted to get that out of the way. It's sad. It's too bad.
It is. It's crazy.
Well, I'm 29. He's 33. That scares the shit
out of me. I'm sure.
So, and like I said, I'm not going to go into the details of what happened, but it was a freak thing, and it's just it's really sad. And Rooster Teeth put up an awesome
pizza party,
awesome shell shock.
They had a pizza party.
Yes, they did. They had a really good video that was on YouTube.
I would have done a banquet.
It's cool because this is a guy that when you show up to a convention, he's there and he's dressed up in full cosplay,
he's
and
huge into the cosplay.
Yeah, he designs some of his own outfits.
Well,
he creates characters to make cosplays. Yeah.
I love his gender bend squall. I think that's my favorite.
Yep. So it's sad, but at the same time, this is a guy that I'm sure he would appreciate a good night's work, and that's what we're gonna give him. So a good night's twerk.
Oh,
we're gonna do what needs to be done. We're not gonna tell you who's gonna do it.
One ass cheek says Monty. One ass cheek says Ohm.
Wow.
Well played.
So every one of us is going to hell. We've got Derek. We've got Neil. We've got Ashley. We've got myself. I am Mark. We teased a little bit about that Netflix business.
I honestly almost don't believe that it's real.
Wall Street Journal has come out, and they were the ones that broke the story, and every other gaming publisher or publication in the world picked up on it.
Everybody, it's on Yahoo, it's on Google.
Oh, it's on because it is big news.
That's all Facebook has been.
So
oh my gosh, yes, nothing like
let's talk about what exactly it is. Nintendo and Netflix are partnering up to do a live action Legend of Zelda series.
Just re-release the old cartoon, it was great.
They made a
oh Lord. I think they should. That'd be awesome.
Hold on.
Go for
real
it.
Quick.
Kill me.
I was so mad when I bought the Super Mario Brothers Super Show DVD collection.
Yep.
Oh,
and I'm watching it. And there's no goddamn episodes of Legend of Zelda. Like, you gotta buy this separately.
But there's advertisements for it.
Yes.
Yep, I bought that.
Oh, it drove me nuts. When I was a kid, it drove me nuts. Because it was like you had to wait till Friday to watch the cartoon. And it was the best thing on there. I mean, Super Mario World was a great cartoon, but nowhere near as fun as Zelda. And then you buy this collection, and they're like, you get everything but Zelda. For $20 more, you can have Zelda.
People can say what they want about the Zelda cartoon. It's fucking awesome.
It was.
But, okay, they made a big point, and this is kind of like I guess, business term. They wanted to marry it to Game of Thrones. They said it's going to Game of Thrones style, quality, whatever. Now, that I wouldn't look too far.
Be a fan video yet.
Don't look too far into that. That is just it is businessmen talking to businessmen trying to compare swords and shit. And Dicks.
By the
I
end
was
of
about
the
to
day,
say, I'm like, there's gonna be a lot of.
by the end of the day, there's going to be the stupid like throne with the Master Sword in it.
It was very specific. I don't think this is a leak by any means. I think it was very controlled. I think it was drummed up to get investors interested, maybe even other people for the project. But you marry it to the quality of Game of Thrones, which has been very successful for HBO. You're gonna at least gain a couple eyeballs from saying something like that.
Let's not ignore the fact that Netflix is putting out Daredevil like really soon. So maybe they were just trying to drum up business before the release of Daredevil.
They've had a lot of success putting out series of their own or rehashing other series that have been canceled.
A Marvel Cinematic Universe series that Netflix is producing and making themselves.
Yep. So this is something that it's not uncharted territory for Netflix. It's not really uncharted territory for Nintendo because they've had plenty of media. They haven't had a lot of success in it, so I can see the skepticism. My honest opinion is it's either going to be really good or really bad, and both are worth your time.
Even if it's really bad, it'll be really good. Sorry.
Is it going to be live action or is it
live
animated?
action?
Oh, it's live.
Confirmed to follow the story of Link. Now, when I heard this,
which one? Yeah.
When I heard this, I said, okay, if this is a Zelda show, maybe not follow Link, maybe just set it in Hyrule and give me new characters, like a Star Wars Rebels or something like that. But
they had an online series a while ago that was live action that was actually pretty good.
And as far as the Nintendo nod here, that's kind of what I'm worried about when they say Game of Thrones for the family audience. Okay, all right, let's talk about Game of Thrones for the family audience. That was Lord of the Rings. I saw that already. I've saw that 6 times.
Yeah, there's more sex in it than Lord of the Rings.
Oh, there's a lot more incest. And you know how much people love incest.
I hear there's a lot of penises.
Yeah,
South Park.
Game of Dongs.
I've actually never seen it.
Wiener.
So
that was a great episode.
I'm cautiously optimistic, but like I said, I'm thinking really good or really bad, and both are going to be kind of awesome. So it's all just a matter of where we end up from there. But it has broken the internet. People have torn down message boards, both in support of and in argument against. It's pretty big news. Obviously, came out yesterday.
Well, what's neat is what it's going to open up. I mean, if it does well, I mean, maybe we could hope to see some more.
Yeah, a Metroid.
You have a Metroid, yes.
series.
I was just thinking.
Right.
I think if Miyamoto gets on it, or at least the development team of Zelda, that type,
live action.
I think
Kirby?
it'll be fine.
Live action.
I think that would be terrifying.
That would be terrifying. That would be great. Live action Kirby. I would be totally cool
Children
with that.
Have nightmares.
Yeah, it's this is something that's going to be worth. Like I said, I think this was a controlled leak. I think this was Nintendo talked about last year in one of their investor meetings that they're going to explore things outside of gaming, including quality of life and things like that. They didn't specifically mention entertainment, but I think this is sort of where they were alluding to. And this is a big deal. Zelda's it's an evergreen franchise. They've had over 20 titles, and it's something that people continue to get up for 2 decades later. Is there a chance for this thing to be successful, or is it going to be a car wreck?
All Link to the Past storyline I'm in.
I guess it all depends on how they do it.
Yeah. I mean, I think, like I said, as long as they have the actual development team on Zelda working on it and they don't just give it up, then I think they'll do fine.
Well, I mean, it might actually be better, though, if they, separate it from any of the game storylines.
I just separate it from the universe.
Yeah.
Its own independent story.
Because, I mean, kind of, sort of, all the games are their own universe anyway, even though they've tried to, knot them all together into a little neatly woven universe.
It also doesn't matter whose cast is what. People are going to be pissed.
Yeah.
They should just... I would have been cool with Zelda in it. Just leave Link out of this thing and give them... Develop me characters. Develop me...
Link's
and
uncle.
any collection of Link's uncle with the sweet mustache.
Yeah, right?
Any
professional soldier his whole life died to the little bat that ran by.
Yeah, and they just disappears. Thanks, Unc. Give me any collection of original characters. Stay away from the games and give me something that's really thought provoking. And
teach you that sweet twirly move.
Yeah, I hope there's a whole episode dedicated to that. But we'll see what actually happens, where it falls in. I hope they're listening to somewhat of fan feedback. At the same time, I hope once they finally close the door to get in the room to write this thing, they keep it shut so that it doesn't become a mess of everyone all together kind of adding their own business to it. But that was the big news this week. The big news next week, obviously for Zelda fans, is that Majora's Mask 3D comes out. This one's excited.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, are we still gonna do something Wednesday?
Perhaps.
I'm hoping that
Perhaps. Tell me why I should care about Majora's Mask. That's entirely hypothetical, not me personally, but
because everybody's wanted it, especially since that teaser trailer that came out a long time ago.
But why?
Because they remade the whole moon.
What if I told you I didn't even like it?
Then that's fine. Then I'll get it.
Well, I was just saying I
100
liked
to
all
0
the
in 2
others. I think
seconds
that's
flat.
actually one of the few that I didn't like.
It was meant to be an offshoot. It was meant to be a side story. It was put together very shortly. It is heavy
That
on
wasn't
the.
really quick release, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
It was on purpose.
It was heavy on the
Adventures
side.
of Link.
It came out the same day the PS2 came out.
Yeah.
So it wasn't, that was Nintendo's big gun against one of the most successful systems of all time. Great game. It is a gem in that most mainline Zelda fans that I know either skipped it or don't fully understand it. But then the hardest of hardcore Zelda fans that I know, at least I'd say probably about 90% of them, that's their favorite. And it's because it's dark, it's because it's wonky, it's because it has nothing to do with Zelda.
I disagree. I think
Bitch
that
ain't even there.
people that aren't such a hardcore Zelda game who were there for, let's face it, a lot of people when they think of Zelda, what is the one game they talk about? Ocarina of Time. And so I think because it was around that time, so many people know it. So many people know it, and then the people who aren't really attached to Zelda are like, this game is different. It's like creepy. People love creepy shit. Look how big Five Nights at Freddy's got. I mean, come on.
What's that?
Live action Kirby.
Speaking of, in chat we have a lot of haters of the live action Kirby.
I don't believe that for a second.
Down with Kirby. I'm on team no Kirby.
Here's the deal. It's a product of the split timeline, and I'm not going to waste an hour and a half explaining to you the split timeline. It is its own independent game in a long list of games that follows its own storyline, and it reuses a lot of the assets from Ocarina of Time. A lot of the characters are recycled, named differently. It's different, but this is something that people have been looking forward to for a long time. Say what you will about the 3DS release of Ocarina. I think they did a really good job on that, maintaining the original soundtrack, a lot of the original assets, and redoing some really good character models. Looking forward to playing this. I haven't played that game for a decade, a long time.
It will make it much easier to replay it with the new graphics, and especially being on a handheld.
Easier on the eyes.
Yeah. I will say though, I really enjoyed the remake of the Ocarina of Time, but I didn't of the new Pokemon, the Ruby and Sapphire.
Me too. And
Alpha and Omega.
I loved Sapphire, Ruby, and Emerald.
I did as
Played
well.
it like.
Tell me what you didn't like about
did.
that.
Well, they're
You
not
know,
remakes. They're different universe.
can I be quite honest? I didn't finish Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and I also didn't finish Soul Silver and Heart Gold because I played those
I love Soul Silver was my
much. I mean, am I the only person that has that problem with finishing remakes?
No, because you know how it ends. You know where that story
I'm
goes.
like,
You're not a finisher.
I play for story. I feel like video games are a very good way to directly put yourself into the story, rather than I mean, I have no attention span. I can't read.
I haven't played those two yet. I
You're from
did buy
Illinois
them.
too?
I will get to it. Soul Silver was my favorite. Put 160 hours into it as a grown ass man. I'm looking forward to Majora. I love remakes. I don't know why. We bought the Final Fantasy X HD. And we played through that.
Can't wait for that to come on PS4.
That's happening, isn't that?
It is
Yep.
happening.
I couldn't play through those either. I think the remakes in general,
Yes, but
I can't finish.
is it not that in this the American audience actually gets a real release of the international edition?
I think so.
Yeah,
I
a true release.
PS2
Yeah.
so I could play international edition. So
Right.
I mean, I already know how it goes, but a lot
Hooray
of you people
for-
out there do not.
No region locking, by the way.
Yeah.
And we talk about remakes. We talk about maybe why you want to finish them and why you don't. We'll get back to that. Also, the other big release recently, obviously besides Majora's Mask and what might be on the horizon.
Amiibos?
Amiibos. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. Let's take a minute and talk about that. Neil, what were you doing Sunday morning?
I was getting more Amiibos than I was allowed to get.
And,
Guilty.
And what time of the day was this?
That was 8 a.m. in the morning at a Target in Kissimmee, Florida.
I got there at 7:30. I woke up at like 6:30.
Yeah, I didn't do any of that getting
I
there
looked
early.
like
There was
garbage.
a line of people, and I was like, listen, guys, I'm getting more than you, and that's what happened.
I was also at a Target in Lake Mary, lovely Lake Mary, Florida, in line with other actual human beings trying to get a goddamn Rosalina amiibo.
And the funny part is, Toon Link and Sheik were the ones that disappeared fastest.
Yes.
Why am I waiting in line for these goddamn toys?
Because they're crack.
Because
you
it
guys
hits you in the heart.
need better hobbies.
They
That's
are
why.
a
I was
drug, and
sleeping.
you are addicted. You will learn more later.
Here's the thing. I feel like I got in at the ground level, and if I collect them all as they come out...
They're Pokemon.
They're beanie babies. That's what they are. We were alive then, Team Rugged.
They do something.
We were, dude. The old, what was it, like Old Glory Beanie Baby with the American flag bear?
Oh my god.
I watched
remember
Don
that.
West pimp that stuff on QVC all the time with Michael Jordan rookie cards. Gem Mint 10.
See, I don't care, but we're talking about resale value here, like the value of it. I have value for them personally because, I mean, I've grown up with this since I was like 2 years old, and it means a lot, so I want it.
The things I've noticed
in
with
art.
amiibos, people aren't reselling them. Like, a lot of these people, they're in line because they want them.
They go for so much on the secondhand market because not a lot of them are making it to the secondhand
You know
market.
what? They really don't, though. They go for like, some of them go for like $20. Rosalina's I saw for like $60, and I'm like,
I will tell you.
that means you're paying shipping, you're paying for the amiibo, and then you're profiting like $30-$40.
I will tell you, I
business?
probably made about 140 bucks
pretty
off
good
Amiibo so
profit.
far.
That's,
I mean,
that's
if
what,
you-
like, almost
$12.99,
quadruple what you pay for it?
I don't know what kind of
guess.
business you like to run, but I would love to run a business where I'm getting 300% profit.
I only like
personally,
1,000.
I
Only
personally
1,000.
would rather not make a kid or a Nintendo fan cry to make.
I will make
I would.
everyone
Oh, I
cry.
would break their hopes and dreams.
See, that's 'cause
My
then you're making me cry.
My
Good.
big thing
Good.
here, I
I'm
just
with
want
him.
all the Smash Brothers ones so I can put them in a shadow box in the order that they appear in the character select screen.
Oh my god.
And just have it be a wall piece.
Mark's gonna be an
I
old
only
guy.
bought the ones
You know
I
how
like.
old women have their curio cabinets? I'm just gonna.
Instead of fine china, I have Rosalina.
Yes.
This is my Rosalina. I stood out in the cold. The cold 55 degree weather.
Uphill
Oh man,
both
that
ways.
cold Florida weather.
So we're all
what else?
addicted. We all have a problem, and we can't stop. And I'm waiting patiently for someone to tell me when Wave 4 is pre-orderable, so that I can get those too. So we all have a problem. Are we in agreement?
Yeah.
I don't have a problem.
Yeah.
You have lots of problems.
My
I don't
only
want
problem
those
is that I
kitty
didn't get
toys.
Fox.
There you
I
go.
only
You do
need
not have a
Fox.
problem with those
I
kitty
don't
toys.
know how I missed that, to be quite honest.
What? Fox?
Man, Walmart in Orange City had a Foxy
I
yesterday.
didn't pre-order him. I'm like, I
You
must
heard
have just
that?
looked over.
Walmart Orange City had it yesterday.
I haven't heard
Better get out to Orange City.
a single person talk about Fox.
He's right there.
He has been phased out, just like the rest of them. There's a few more of him floating around. But moving on.
Yes.
Derek, you played Dying Light. I wanted to talk about new releases, damn it.
I heard it was messed up,
Messed up.
like
how?
gameplay wise. They
Like-
did a lot of things wrong with it.
I'm hearing good reviews, though. IGN gave it a really favorable review.
I heard it was a great game,
Mm-hmm.
but that some of the mechanics were messed up. I don't know. I didn't play it. I
Tell
just watched
me
people
why.
play it.
I played it. If you enjoyed Dead Island,
Same company.
it's the same concept. They've expanded upon a lot of it. There's a lot more to do. I know Dead Island, all you did was run around and kick zombies. Who cared about weapons? Because you just kicked them and jumped on their head. Like, that's all you had to do.
See the hack third person mode, where like their legs are moving, but that's like it, and like the torso is like made out of like whatever Gumby was made out of, and it's like moving around independently, and the hands are like contorted, so they're like showing up in front of like the first person. It's crazy. YouTube.
But, no, I haven't put a ton of time into it. But from what I've played, it's fun. And the zombie mode is definitely really cool. The one that they originally
Some
said was
multiplayer.
only going to be
Right.
for pre-order.
Okay.
I mean, you jump into a game with your friends, you're running around. Random people can join your game as a zombie
Really?
and kill you.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's neat. You got to be on your toes the whole time because you never know.
So, what separates it from other zombie games? Because I'm really sick of zombie games.
To be honest with you, nothing.
See, like,
More
I'm a big
zombies.
Resident Evil fan. Like, that's what
But
I'll
those aren't
stick with.
zombies.
I can't really compare.
But I like the characters
We're
more
gonna
than
have
the
this
zombies.
argument.
What are they, sir?
They
I
were
wanna talk about
infected.
Infected what? Didn't they die and come back to life?
No, they're just infected.
T-virus, damn it.
Unless
Yeah,
you
that's
light them on
T-virus.
fire.
I don't think Neil played Resident Evil.
I didn't play the original one. I didn't play anything after that because I got bored.
Played them all.
Let me ask you this.
Me too.
It's getting favorable reviews. The original Dead Island did as well. They wanted to split off and make this game that took itself, I guess, a little more seriously and had like the parkour. So everyone's saying like, "Oh, Mirror's Edge means blah 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 blah." Is there franchise potential in this, or is this kind of give it a one-off, give it a play, and then move on? Give me your opinion.
Redbox or buy it.
I definitely buy it. I
Really?
think it's really worth a buy.
I think that's a good way of putting it. Redbox or buy
That's a
it.
Well, I do
Well,
believe that David and Zach are going to be doing some Let's Play footage of that together later on this week.
Oh, that'd be awesome. That'd be cool. So we can get that up and we can take a look at it ourselves.
But as a zombie game, I mean, I agree with her. I love zombies, but I'm kind of getting a little
Zombie
burnt out.
oversaturation.
See, that's the like
Yeah.
my thing is like I got into zombies because of Resident Evil, and then it happened so much. I'm like, no, I think I like the characters in Resident Evil more than anything.
They definitely have good backstory.
So what you're saying is you enjoy games with good character development.
I love. Okay, one of the biggest things in games for me is being either attached to the character or just like really into what's gonna happen in the story. That's probably why I don't finish remakes.
I just like shooting nubs in the face.
Nubs.
Call
Upper
of Duty,
nubs.
1v1 me, bro.
Cage match. Fucking love cage match. So Redbox or buy it? You say buy it.
I say buy. I think it's worth a buy, and the season pass is only $20.
Okay, so it's cheaper.
Yeah, I
So
know.
it makes it an
Most of them
$80
are
game.
So
like
it's
30,
not like
30.
$60 like freaking Call of Duty is.
Why
No.
You gotta buy a
Redbox
game,
and
buy
keep
another
it.
game.
You Redbox and try it, then buy it.
You know how many people I've seen just get games at a Redbox and just like, yeah, I kept it, and I'm like, you have no idea that your credit card's gonna be charged for this, do you?
Well, let me tell
No,
you
they only charge you to the amount of the game. I think.
No,
Yeah.
they charge you up to the amount of the game.
what the game was when they bought it. See, I rented
Just cancel your credit card.
Walking Dead for the Xbox 360, and we forgot about it. At the time, I could have gone to GameStop and bought it for $17.99,
Game
but I
Shop.
paid $64.64 for it.
It's a
I
good
did
round
that
number.
with the movie Kick-Ass. I lost it.
You paid
and,
$60 for Kick-Ass?
No, not $60, but I paid full price for it.
We bought the Batman too. It was $34.99.
The Batman, the goddamn Batman.
Needless to say, we don't use Redbox anymore. Those free coupons.
They
They're
really
a
don't
trip.
have much that I like anyway.
They're counting on people forgetting
I
to
just
bring it
rented
back.
Yeah,
the
they
bunch
are.
from there.
Probably.
Really?
Yeah.
I have never used Redbox.
Don't.
That's good service.
Don't.
I never paid for Redbox.
You got
I always use
Netflix,
free
you're
codes, but
Yeah, you use free codes until you forget.
I got Netflix.
I
Now that I
don't
think of it,
forget.
like between
do.
all my subscription services, I probably pay more than I do for cable.
We don't
I
even
got
have cable.
Netflix, I have Hulu, I have Amazon Video, I got that
Why do you have
Amazon's
Amazon Video?
a one-time thing, though.
It is with Prime.
Yeah.
But I got paid
watch
for that
it?
every year.
Do you watch
Amazon Prime
Video?
TV
No.
actually has some good content on it, though. It has a lot of really good movies.
It does, but I don't use it. I use Hulu to watch Modern Family.
We have Hulu
Nice.
and the Netflix. Netflix is purely for Anya.
I use Netflix to watch Power Rangers.
You would.
Yes.
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 And
I've started watching Sherlock on it.
the lost season of Star Wars Clone Wars.
Oh, nice.
And I have... I'm not even going to lie to you and tell you I'm watching 8 cool shows. I'm not.
I'm watching like 20 shows on Hulu right now.
You guys are way more plugged into pop culture
Well,
than I am.
I
let's
watch-
just say I have a lot of time on a desk.
I watched the Super Bowl along with 124 million other people,
We
and
got-
it was awesome.
But they
Nah,
didn't-
I got no fans here. That's
they,
fine.
They didn't deflate your football for you.
I don't fucking care. NWO, we're the bad guys. Heels. Cheats and win. If you ain't cheating,
Did
you
you
ain't
see
trying.
the picture of like the Super Bowl ring and it was just like
I'm cool with it. That's fine.
the little inflation pin going through a ring? It was great.
Here, let me help you with that.
Oh, nice.
Why is that just there?
That's just for us. Inside.
Okay.
Okay, well maybe we should keep it outside
You're not part of
to the
this.
stream.
You're not part of this.
Well, it was a doctored picture of the New World Order from World Championship Wrestling, circa
And then we stopped.
1996.
And then we started talking sports, and I stopped caring.
So how
You
about
wanted
that
it brought
2K12?
Yeah, I don't. I'm at 99 cents, guaranteed.
Joe's shaking his head.
So
He wants
did
that
you see-
NHL.
they released Apotheon this week, and then they made it a free game on PS4.
Yeah,
that
what
was
the hell?
Awesome. That was awesome.
But okay, now I know that there's a certain exchange of money that comes from Sony to, whoever's going to get their game for free that month. but that's the first time I've ever seen that,
And
where
the game
it's
is
the
well
free
worth the
game
download.
at the same time it comes out. Did you play it?
Yes. Oh, I played it for like 6
Tell
hours.
me
And-
all about it.
It's great. It's the art is stylized like the old like Grecian pots and like artwork, so it's like that black on golds and stuff like that.
Right.
But you basically just going around killing gods and stealing their powers. It's
Okay.
great. You get like a billion different weapons. The weapons break on you. There's a little crafting system for potions and things like that. I mean, it's really cool.
So, I didn't play it. I know that it was streamed. It was streamed,
Yes,
correct?
Joe streamed it.
How long was he playing that for?
About
How long is the
45
game?
minutes.
How long is the game?
I've only made it through the first 3 gods, and there's a lot of gods in the Greek pantheon.
Okay. Well, I did download it. I've not played it yet.
It's
On
a little
PS4.
harder to control on PS4 because the archery part of it is a little harder to control with a thumbstick than it is with a mouse.
Is there mouse and keyboard support for it? Because I know there was for Final Fantasy 14.
I have not looked into that.
But it takes
You're
up all
talking a
2 of
different
my
language.
USB ports on the front of it. I need more USB ports on that thing.
You
Have a
get
good
little
night,
hub.
Scrotum.
Get a hub.
I need more USB. What the hell?
What's that about?
That's not even
Scrotum,
fun.
he's
on
one of our big
chat.
fans.
Oh,
Appreciate your support, Scrotum.
Yes.
Scrotum Gobbler.
Gobbler.
Scrotum
Gobbler joined
Gobbler.
us during the
Look right
Is
here.
24-hour
big
Yep.
Streamcast.
He was there. He was there for a long time.
He was
Or she. I don't know.
that
really
particular Twitch fan was with us for about 8, 9, 10 hours of it.
Listen up, bro. I really appreciate your support. Mr. Gobbler.
He joined us during the death and return of Superman.
What else did we play on stream this week?
On stream? Oh, jeez. Joe put a lot of
We
things.
There
play
was
it. We-
Monstrum, right?
He was putting stuff up every day.
Fuck that game.
Oh,
Why? Why fuck that game?
Joe was so scared.
he was
Really?
so scared.
Was it scary?
You know when you watch like
He
people
played
playing
it for
scary
like
games
30 minutes, so I'm like,
and
no.
they start talking a lot? You know, like you watch and they like at the beginning they're just like, oh hey, I'm playing Monster and whatnot. Then they're like, oh there might be a monster here, but
He's talking for comfort at this.
And he's just like, I thought he was about to throw up. He was just like, I can't do this.
It was I will say that was one of the most enjoyable streams that I've watched Joe do so
Me
far.
too. I think
that
it was
get
my
archived?
favorite.
You
And I
mean-
think
you
it's
mean
because
Black
how
Ops?
tall are you, Joe? Joe's a pretty good guy.
Did that get archived? Can I watch that? Did you do it in Bob Ross voice?
No, I was.
Can you next time?
You definitely, your Apotheon one was definitely Bob Ross.
That was.
Until you got, I can't believe that you didn't die of laughter when you found the Orion guy and he was all drunk and talking about the birds.
my,
He's like,
that was
he's like
hilarious.
cheap, deep.
That guy was awesome.
For the uninitiated, can you give me an impression of Joe doing the Bob Ross voice in his Let's Play?
All right, I'm gonna pick up a bow. Look, we're gonna run. Oh, you get to shoot the bow. That's really cool. That's a great mechanic.
Beat the devil out of it. I look. I really appreciate the effort that goes into the Bob Ross Let's Plays. Hope to see more of them in the future.
We're gonna get Joe a giant afro.
I can't wait till we get big enough to where we have T-shirts that, in quotations, just say "I don't like it," and people know where it's from. Because that's what Joe says. I don't like it.
I appreciate it. I appreciate that.
That'll be awesome.
I think we should all just develop our own catchphrases, see what sticks. Something for a little while. I don't remember now.
Once we get
Yours
the
is just
little
gonna be a picture of you and a hashtag.
I think it would just be a picture of
Hashtag
Mark.
my face. Hashtag pizza.
Hashtag pizza.
Hashtag I'm out of beer.
Where's the damn pizza?
You bought a lot of pizzas. It's still here?
No, it got
Shit.
devoured.
That's all
He
right.
got really freaking pissed.
I got
That's
some
all
car
right.
chicken if you want some
Car
There was some
chicken?
very
Yeah,
special
chicken
from
in the car.
Where?
from Bojangles.
From
Bow time.
Boat.
Oh,
Joe Bangles.
What else? What else?
Oh, no, it's chicken.
There was a
Alright, we're
point
getting off
where
topic.
when
Yeah.
Joe was working by me, we just walk outside at the same time, look at each other, and say it's bow time.
Like, I appreciate that. Like,
What don't you appreciate? I think
that's my new
your-
thing. I appreciate that. I can get behind that. Switching gears entirely, there is no.
AOL company.
I was about to say
were,
it was AOL.
But I trusted their writing, and
That's
But they don't even know how to
possible.
spell joystick.
I go. Oh.
You're a jerk.
I go to Kotaku a lot, but I hate how editorialized it became.
Exactly.
And everything is opinionated, and that's what you get from like a Gawker company.
But it's not just gonna happen to Joystick. It's gonna happen to a lot of companies.
It happens everywhere because
we have people. We're the problem. We're a part of the problem.
we are part of the problem.
This is true.
Because there are 1 million assholes online willing to give their opinion for free. Really putting it bluntly, the games journalism and things like this, tech-related stuff, is a labor of love, and there's a certain investment of time and of money, and we're a part of that needs to happen for these things to be successful.
Is G4 even still around?
No, G4 is gone.
They've been
I
gone
remember
for
watching
forever.
that when I
G4
was
is the Esquire network now, but it was originally supposed to be the Esquire network. But what they did was they left like the rotting carcass of G4's channel playing reruns from 2007 and 2008. It's really creepy.
Yeah, because I remember
There's like X plays of like Halo 3 reviews, and
oh my lord.
it's really creepy to turn on. But it's just original content on the
I
loop.
never watched G4 because I'm like, I've already heard this. I've already played this. So like,
Look, G4 was the shit.
and that's what I'm saying.
for a
But
little
that
while.
disappeared. Joysticks disappeared.
Everybody used to be obsessed with that shit.
When you had basic motherfucking cable
Should we
and
do
you
that
got the free
backwards?
preview week
don't think so.
of G4 and you watch that shit, okay,
That's
I'm
all
saying
I
you,
watch.
but
I
I
watch-
did this.
It's gonna
Fuse?
be.
Did you know what Fuse is? It was the
Yeah.
music channel.
Yeah.
I watched Fuse and G4. That was all.
It's gonna be Twitch and YouTube.
And I mean,
I
it's
think that's-
it's all
What's
user
YouTube?
generated, but it's too bad for. There's a lot of really good talent at Joystick. You know, say what you want about the parent company and
No,
everything
exactly. Their reviews were great.
like that. The reviews were great. They were fair.
I thought they were too.
The writing was just a lot higher quality than some of the other things that I've seen.
reads?
Even on Polygon, which is kind of like an all-star cast of these
Just move them to
bloggers.
Patreon.
I do like Polygon though.
That's where everyone else is going. I've spent some time on Polygon. A lot of those are ex-Kotaku guys. I spent some time on Kotaku. I like them for kind of like my Far Eastern flavor. But like I said, the
Tell us more about your
editorialized
Far
nature.
Eastern
I was like,
Curry.
I love curry.
I have no problem with Curry or Curry Man. No one's gonna get that reference.
I don't
That's
care.
fine. I'll find my friends that get it. That's okay.
Aww.
It just it sucks. Like I said, this is a labor of love. We do sacrifice a certain degree of our time and our money to make these things happen because we love this, and you have to love this to do it because God damn it does not pay. And
You guys getting paid?
are we getting paid?
No, we're paying.
Who's getting paid?
Joe's getting
I'd like to see you outside. That was the first time I ever cracked my knuckles, and they actually cracked. But anyway,
Well done. Well done.
He's gonna go home and tell his son about it.
Joystick, rest in peace. I hope a lot of those guys land on their feet.
I hope a lot of those guys find good jobs.
Giant Bomb was kind of birthed of people leaving other companies. Kind of Funny was birthed of the guys leaving IGN. So I hope something similar happens here, where a lot of that talent lands on their feet and they're able to continue to give me the content that I so selfishly want and need.
Or like everything else in the world, newer, better talent emerges.
Oh,
Evolution.
TNA. Is that where
Yeah.
Curry Man's from?
Yeah, who's watching?
That was Elite Entertainment.
I'm okay with this. I like that.
Christopher.
Shout out.
I like that person a lot because you guys had no idea, and Elite Entertainment did. So
Wop wop.
we touched on remasters.
You guys
earlier.
want a private chat?
After I have a website. We touched on remasters earlier. Derek kind of set the tone by saying, oh, "Fuck remasters" or whatever it was you said earlier.
Whoa! I don't think I said fuck remasters.
Okay, listen.
Derek hates remasters.
Okay.
Everybody
Yeah,
hates
just
Derek.
get going with it.
Okay. Tell me, if you're gonna play a remaster, give me 3 games that you want to see remastered.
Okay, can I? This is. I'm kind of done with remasters, but
Are you?
and it isn't a remaster though. It's Kid Icarus. I would never have played that game, the old school one. The new was awesome as a franchise. It was
kinda
based
call that a
off
reboot.
the old stories. There you go, like a
Yeah.
reboot. Like that's what I want. I want to see
Speaking of
that for
reboot,
like.
I would like to
The
see
rebooting
reboots
reboot.
much more than
Yes.
remasters.
Reboot.
Yes.
Love that.
You know
Like
they're bringing
I
it back.
loved the new Kid Icarus.
No.
That's like
Yeah.
Does it
probably
look
my
the
favorite
same?
game on the 3DS.
I haven't seen anything for it yet. I've just heard that they're bringing back reboot.
Reboot was the best Saturday morning cartoon ever.
Oh my lord!
It was great.
Okay. I include reboots in this as well, but give me some remasters too. Give me 3.
Me right now?
Right?
Right now. All right.
A good
First
Final
off,
Fantasy VI.
Wild Arms, 1 and 2. I think that was probably
those
one of
were
my
good games.
favorite RPGs. It was PS1.
PS1 had the best RPGs.
PS1 did
That
absolutely
was a
have the
great
best
era for
RPG.
It was an
players.
RPG machine.
It
Yeah.
was. Ooh,
Chrono Cross was awesome.
that was my childhood.
I
was
mean, you
playing
had all the
RPGs.
Atlas games.
Yeah, it was just so good.
So we'll bundle those two together as
yeah, we'll say that.
as one.
Dark Cloud. I would
Dark
love to see Dark
Oh
Cloud.
my gosh, yes.
More than a reboot, I'd love to see Dark Cloud 3.
What did you think of 2? Because two
I
was
thought
my
2
favorite.
was fantastic. And I
I
thought
that's the only one I played. But I
Dark
loved
Cloud
it.
1 was actually my favorite. 2 was the golf. All I did was play the golf in that. Was there a game?
No.
I thought it was
That-
Tiger Woods Cloud 2.
Did it remind you of Final Fantasy 9? Dark
No.
Cloud at all? No? Really?
No.
I think it kind of gave me that feel.
Are you
That
sure?
Yeah, are we talking about the same game?
I'll tell you, the cover of Dark Cloud really wanted you to think it was Zelda.
Yeah, it did.
But then it established itself, and it
Mhm.
became a really good franchise.
I remember seeing it for like $1.99. I was furious. I was like, this game.
This game
It's
deserves
so much
better
better.
than Bargain Bin.
Yeah.
Look, dude, those early PS2 games like SSX Tricky and
Tricky was great. You had the little snowboard
Those are-
controller.
awesome games. I loved SSX. I loved Dark Cloud.
Excitebike.
Tekken
Super
Tag
Nintendo.
Tournament. What?
No, that was too much juggling.
I loved it.
It was terrible because if that like the scale between players, like if somebody was just slightly better than you, you were just dominated. It was like air juggle till the end of time.
Entertainment Series.
Yep.
For Final Fantasy.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that.
Final
I was gonna
Fantasy
say Final
VIII.
Fantasy
Don't steal
6
his answer.
Best
Fun.
Final Fantasy.
Can we all high five? Like all the Final Fantasy VIII people in the room? Can we just like
I'm still going for FF7.
no?
8 was a great
Yeah.
game, but
Did you
I'm
say
not-
7?
yeah.
Go home, Neil.
Thank you.
Look,
Shut
we're
up.
tired of that
8 was a
7
great game.
bullshit.
Look, I'm Cloud.
You know what though?
I just want the
I would
trolling to
love
be over.
a remake of 7. It's not my favorite, but I would like to play it.
We're totally
I love
I
hijacking.
want the
Crisis Core.
trolling to be over. Square Enix has been trolling for too many
We're
years.
totally hijacking his 3, but I will tell
It
you
went
that
too dark.
I have installed Final Fantasy VIII on Steam. I have installed the HD texture packs,
you did.
the new character models, and I am going to play through it as soon as I figure out how the fuck I'm going to have the time to do that.
Give up
But
your life.
I would love to
Your
have
wife
a
doesn't
However,
need
we'll
to
do
see
that
when
as
you're
a
done.
let's discuss or
The
whatever.
reviews I
Oh,
read
yeah.
on the Final
Okay.
Fantasies for Steam, though, were not good. Apparently, there are a lot of technical
Well,
issues.
the soundtrack is messed up. The FMVs are really badly compressed, but it runs in a higher resolution, and my eyes matter more to me at almost 30 than my ears do. So, take it for what you will. Buy it anyway. It's on sale. I don't know for how much, but I know it's on
I
sale.
think it's like $7 or something.
I,
It's like
I've
an
wondered
half off.
why for so long they've not ever remade X-Wing versus TIE Fighter.
Look,
Like, those games were huge back in the day. They did
I feel like
TIE
the
Fighter, X-Wing, and then they did the X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, and
spiritual
that dominated
successor.
PC for forever.
like the spiritual successor to that was the Rogue Squadron game.
Kind of, but not. It
Kind
didn't
of.
have the same feel
Right.
because there was none of that like deep space like stuff.
Right.
It was like more like just a Star Wars Star Fox clone.
Now you want me to want a new Rogue Squadron? Give me one more, Derek. Give me one more.
KOTOR.
Yes,
Oh,
that was on my list.
Yes. 1 or 2.
One.
1 was
One.
made by BioWare. 2 was made by Obsidian.
One.
2 was not finished when it released.
It was
I
so short. It was
encourage
so
you to
short.
find the PC version. Please buy it.
Humble Bundle. Right now.
Download the restoration pack for KOTOR 2 because it restores the entire end game. One of my friends tells this story about how he ended the game in like a dialogue tree and like the ship flew away and the credits just started rolling and the end game. He was just like, what? The end game of that was really, I don't know if it was that badly chopped up, but it really was. There was a lot missing in there, like Kreia and her fall, and not even her fall, but kind of her reveal. And oh shit, spoiler alert, whatever.
Spoiler alert from
Great
10
game,
years
doesn't matter.
ago.
Fucking play it. You can get it for real cheap. KOTOR 1 was one of the best games I've ever played. I played it on Xbox when it first came out.
did as well.
I have the original run Expanded Universe Bastila figure that was out for like a minute. I bought that as soon as I saw it. That game was everything about it. Karth really wants to talk to you. You talk to him. He has nothing
I
to say
hate
to
Karth.
you. Karth,
Entertainment's throwing out Bloody Roar too.
Bloody
Bloody
Roar.
Roar. There's been a billion Bloody Roars. There hasn't been a new one since PlayStation 2 and GameCube.
I think that's by design. And I mean, that's I mark my words right now. Guitar Hero is going to make a comeback eventually
I
too.
owned
They let it
every
rest
Bloody
and
Roar
they bring
game.
it back.
I
Yeah,
did
oh,
love that
definitely.
series.
Definitely.
Once a new generation of college students realizes that it's fun to play Freebird on a fake guitar.
Well, now there's
Yeah.
the
I'm waiting
Rocksmith
for
or
it.
whatever.
Yeah, that's it. What was that?
Those
Puberty?
Dude, it's all good.
I used to be in a Guitar Hero band.
A Guitar Hero band. That's a thing?
Yeah.
I remember Otronicon many years ago had like this big rock band set up, like a legit looking stage. It was pretty awesome.
So PAX East every year, and I can't speak for the other ones, but right near the food courts, they have these huge stages set up with all the instruments, and you sit down and you eat and you watch people play, and it's an open stage, and you go up and you just play music, and they have it set on both sides of the convention. It is equal parts the greatest and worst thing I've ever seen.
Do they have the microphone?
They have the microphone.
Okay.
They have the microphone. They have 2 guitars.
That's important to me.
And they have a drum set. And you get up there and you do your thing and you show off in front of all the other like-minded people.
I need to go.
You do.
I'll get signed.
Okay, whoa. Who's signing people for rock band bands?
People are going to start when they see me. I can play the guitar, sing, play the drums, and the tambourine.
All at the same time.
Rock band tambourine.
Yeah.
One-man rock band band?
You will get signed.
Rock band.
Rock
That
band,
reminds
band,
me
band,
of
band.
like Video Games Live. They had like that rock band thing that goes on before.
Video Games Live. We had... I'm so pissed about that. You just reminded
Did you
me.
go to the one in Orlando?
No, we had fucking tickets to that, and then something happened, and we couldn't... Sorry, we couldn't
It
go.
wasn't a good reason.
And no, it wasn't a good reason.
I didn't go to the Symphony of the Goddess.
Which is happening in Miami,
When?
and I gotta buy tickets soon to that
Tell
in
me.
May.
What's a Symphony of a Goddess?
We're going.
It's the Zelda orchestral arrangement.
I want them to bring the
Oh, that's
Pokemon
cool.
Symphony really bad.
It's happening in the Zelda one's happening in Miami in May. I don't remember what day it is, but I know that I've already taken the time
That
off.
probably
and we're taking a
means-
road trip.
Well, I know
It's
when
not a very
they.
long road trip.
I know
Yeah,
when
it's
it
like,
was
what,
here
3
last time.
If
They
that.
went all around Florida, so it probably will be here too.
Well, we looked at the tour date, and originally I thought it was in Orlando, and I got really excited. But then they're in Miami one night, and like the next night they're in like Louisiana. So I was like, okay, we're gonna
Road
hit.
trip, carpool.
We're gonna hit Miami, and we're gonna go to that. We're gonna have you have some soft hands.
All that.
You know what
Thanks,
they say
I
about
washed
soft
them.
hands.
I don't know. I don't know,
what
guys.
they say.
So anyway, back on topic.
You were hoping we just.
Nice hands. So Neil, give me, and we're throwing reboots as kind of a wrench into the format, but give me 3 games you want to see either come back or be remade or what?
I mean, we've already listed my 3.
What? Okay, well,
Because
tell me why and what would
jumped
get
into
your money.
Derek's.
What gets your money?
What gets my
Bandwagon.
money? Not a lot. My money is very sacred to me.
Anything Superman.
I actually don't buy a lot of that stuff. It gets bought
That's 'cause
for
you
me. It's
own it,
great.
right?
No, what he does buy is Power Ranger stuff. So
I do.
why?
I do buy the Legacy Power
Always
Rangers
gets
line.
That one
money.
on Sega, they remake that Power Rangers on
No,
Sega.
that was a terrible game. That was
I
Was it
enjoyed
the fighting game?
It was the Power Rangers the movie fighting game. Yeah,
Oh god, that was bad.
yeah.
I enjoyed it. I was like 8.
I'll play it again though. I don't care. Give me something. Give me something to work with.
Well, I mean, I already gave you X-Wing versus TIE Fighter. I mean, I already gave you Final Fantasy VII. He took KOTOR.
Okay.
I mean, I'm being robbed left and right here. Let's see, what else was there? I mean, there's 1,000 RPGs for the PS1 I'd replay. Wild Arms, Vandal Hearts. Vandal Hearts was a great game.
Vandal Hearts was
Yeah.
a good game.
Valkyrie Chronicles. I mean,
You got a lot of.
there was
you got a lot of support for that,
infinite.
man.
There was infinite great games on the Dreamcast as well.
Ooh, Legacy of Kain. I know, like it's the
Shadow
new release.
Man. No, I'm kidding.
What was the? There was a game for PS2. I think it was called like Otaku or something.
Yes,
Shadow
it
King.
was, yes, it was Otaku Shadow of the something.
That
I know what
game
you're
was
talking about. That's
awesome.
like
It was
Nightmare
made
Before
by Square,
Christmas.
Kind of, yeah.
It's like something.
I
Like
thought it was
they
like
look
Otaku
like
It's
Shadow
ragdoll.
called
King.
Otaku.
Yeah, it's something like that.
That
I
game
know
was
what
awesome.
you're talking about. Game
You know what I'm talking
something-
about?
Okay, let's remake that.
Okay, let's do it right now.
Do
I
it.
got my Dreamcast and I bought 2 games for it with like my first job. I think I was like, what the hell
Skies
was that? I
of
was working at
Arcadia?
KFC. Skies of Arcadia, Sonic
Sonic
Adventure.
Adventure 1 and 2.
I had my
Taxi.
friend buy Sonic Adventure 2.
House of the Dead 2.
Bootleg Crazy Taxi 1 and 2, bootleg Dino Crisis. The game, okay,
Okay.
you could burn. Okay, I'm
That
a
was
son
a
of a
great
bitch.
system.
You could burn
Windows
games
CD
on your
was so
CD
good.
burner and just pop it right in and just go.
Let me say,
That system ran in Japan for like 12 years.
Dreamcast had the absolute best sports games and racing
2K
games
game.
I have ever
Look,
played.
Dreamcast was before its time. It was the first one to have like local online play without like an adapter.
It was the first 128 system too.
How do you pronounce that?
Okage.
Okage.
Oh, is it? Is it?
Okage,
Okay.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it was. Close enough. I mean,
Yeah,
it had
I
an
mean,
O
That
and
game's
an E.
beautiful. Yeah,
Yeah,
can
it was
we
like
have that for
14 years
PS4
ago.
or 3?
Room for error.
Look, how about this? Can they just remake the Dreamcast? I'd be really happy with that.
Dreamcast
The
2?
commercials were awesome too.
Dreamcast 1.
Dreamcast 1.
I mean, if you're remaking all that, let's bring back the Atari Jaguar.
Neo Geo Pocket.
Yeah, Neo Geo Pocket. Right? You know what was a great
Engage.
handheld, though? That, the Sega, not the Game Gear.
The Nomad.
The Nomad
It was the
was
portable
amazing.
Genesis.
And it was a TV, though.
Mm-hmm. Great.
It was a freaking portable TV. It went
It was-
with batteries like crazy.
it was
Dear
huge.
God. I have 2 of them.
I had one of them, so you got me there.
I only
didn't
got
have
them.
any.
But I
went
did
to
play
rival.
Sonic and Knuckles with Sonic 3 on it with the
Oh,
cartridge
the
sticking out
tower
like
power.
Was that the one that was like
With the Game Genie.
It was originally backlit with a
like,
real LED. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
see,
system was so far ahead of its time.
Kayla had that, and she tells me all the time. She's like, "Oh, I can't believe you played a Nintendo DS or something." It's like I had it, and I was like, "I'm sorry. All right,
What's a Kayla?
I don't know, random, or my wife."
Never heard.
Or
of.
your wife.
What do you got for me? Give me something
Parasite Eve 1 and 2 bundled.
good. Okay.
Those haven't been remade.
So
have they?
as 2 separate games, or you want it just to flow into one game, one massive?
Just like, because Final Fantasy X was 10 and 10 too, right?
Mhm.
The
Two separate
remaster. So yeah, I want to see
10 2's not a real
I want to
game.
see Parasite Eve 1 and
It's a terrible
2.
game.
I love those games. I thought they were creepier than Silent Hill on the PS1.
You just want a new coat of paint on that, or would you change
Yes.
anything about it?
Well, because it's so it's just so Polygon. I just want it nice graphics.
But
It's
I
a
thought you said you
it's a
liked
great
remakes.
game. I'd like to be able to see the creepy thing on the floor that doesn't just look like a triangle. Like
Like Dino Crisis.
Sweet game, I'm telling you.
Creepy triangle on the floor, right there.
Mega Man Legends.
Or you're hurting a lot of people's feelings with that, especially with the cancellation of 3. What would you change about Mega Man Legends?
See, actually, I haven't really played much Mega Man Legends, and
So
I
you just want it
to,
for your...
But I'd love to play it remastered, because I can hear their voice, and they're like, "Ah, rah, 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 rah," and I'm
So
just
you mean
like,
like all the Sony fanboys did when Final Fantasy Anthology and Chronicles came out?
Yeah.
And we're all like, finally, we get all those games that Japan had all along.
Yep. And it's not even on Super Nintendo anymore.
That is, right.
Hey, this is
and then I can't think of a third one because we all know that I'm a Nintendo nut, and they do a lot of remastering.
Well, okay, they do a lot of
With Zelda.
re-releases.
Oh, Elite says he would like to see a record of Lodos. Have you heard of that? I've never even heard of his Dreamcast. Am I saying that right?
I'm gonna look it up.
Look it up.
We got our best men on it.
Dreamcast had a very large library.
The Skies of Arcadia is one of my favorite games, and now that you mention that, I think I'm going to use that for one of my 3.
Wait. What was the fighting game with the power up little balls and you like 4 people on one screen? It was like the precursor to Smash Brothers. It was like the first like 4-player fight. Power Stone.
Power Stone.
Power Stone was a great game.
You know what I played a lot was Fusion Frenzy. I don't ever want that to be
Oh
remade
my
at all.
lord!
Oh my god, that was.
If
the
you had
best
Halo
game.
1, you had the demo.
But they put that in the
yep.
arcade on the 360.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh
Son
yeah,
of a
that
bitch.
game was so good.
It was great. And then we
Oh my
bought the
lord.
whole game,
Yeah,
and we never played it.
You can get it on the 360.
Damn. I should
What
unpack
was
my
another
360.
game that I played on the Xbox One? It's like Reckoning or whatever. Can't remember.
Reckoning. There's a few games to Reckoning.
I'm trying to remember what it is. I think it's like
Outer monologue, not inner
It
monologue.
was Xbox One?
yeah, and it was like 4-player co-op, and there was like demons and stuff. There was a big teddy bear that threw
Teddy
up on
bear.
you, that chased you in the church.
It's like Gummy Berry.
Jeez, do you know what I'm talking about?
What was it on?
It was on Xbox One.
So
You-
record of
Wait. By Xbox One, do you mean Xbox One?
Oh, I'm
or-
sorry. The first
Okay.
Xbox.
Yeah. Oh, the original.
Wow.
For the
Okay,
original
okay.
Xbox. Sorry.
Okay, it was
That's their
4-player
fault, not mine.
Teddy bear.
Record of Lotus, is that a, like, address war?
It's like it was an old school JRPG.
Okay.
I'm looking at.
I loves me some JRPG.
But it was also had its own anime, which.
Well, we've been enlightened tonight, and I'm going to check it out.
Wild Arms had an anime.
A lot of these were based off of like the type of stuff.
Don't watch it. It's not good.
I will give you mine.
Go.
Well, now Skies of Arcadia. Somebody got the bump. I'm not going to talk about them. But Skies of Arcadia, I put
Didn't
so...
they release that already though?
It got not a remake. It just got a re-release
Yeah.
On GameCube
But
with
they
a
did-
little bit of extra
I'm about to
content.
say they did jack up the graphics a little bit. Even though I mean, how could you really jack up the graphics?
There
between
wasn't
the
there,
Dreamcast
there
and
wasn't
the
much to
GameCube?
do with it, but I would love to see like a full blown modern day remake, re-release, reboot, something. I just thought that universe was awesome.
Hunter the Reckoning.
I had a
Oh,
Okay, yeah,
I
yeah.
played that game.
yeah. Okay, that one. we know.
Sorry.
We got another one here. Nomni says Legend of Legaia.
That was a great game.
Yeah.
That was a great
Yeah.
game.
Really. it doesn't get the appreciation or really the recognition.
What was it?
Brave
Never
Fencer
heard of it.
Musashi. That was a
Okay.
great game.
Did you just make up words? What'd you say?
That was it. That was a game.
What'd
yeah,
you
it
say
was
though?
on the Nintendo 64, right?
No, that was on the PlayStation.
Oh, that wasn't the PlayStation.
What'd he say?
Brave
what was the name?
Brave Fencer
Or
Musashi.
Okay, I heard some gibberish.
Give me Skies of Arcadia. Give me a new one. I don't care. Like I had my own island on that. I had a cow. The island got set on fire and the cow was gone, and I didn't want to believe what happened.
that
I
Minecraft?
don't know if it's the first Digimon game on the PS1 where you raised the Digimon into what it became.
That was an RPG.
That game was awesome.
Monster Hunter. I forgot about it.
All right. Well, okay.
Not Monster Hunter. Sorry, Monster Rancher.
Monster
Yes,
Rancher,
Monster Rancher.
What about Bushido Blade? That was a great game.
What about Rugrats Golf?
Let's
That
not.
was real?
Yes, Rugrats and
That was
Parents
a sweet
Golf.
game. Yeah,
I played it.
great game.
The only two people on the planet that played it.
Aladdin.
I was like
The one for
6.
Super Nintendo.
Aladdin for the Super Nintendo was a really good game.
Best
but-
game.
I like the control better on the Sega Genesis though.
So I was just saying that you had Genesis.
Is that
Oh, the
Genesis?
My dentist had like a Sega Genesis, and then like there were 2 controllers, but one was busted, so it was kids, and they were
I was
all
waiting for
fighting
that to be the
over it.
reason why she went that
So
Genesis.
she's like, oh, I can't feel my mouth. Okay, I said Skies of Arcadia. I would like a full-blown remake of the original Metal Gear on MSX to be its own game, which I think is coming.
What do you mean? Because it's been remade.
The original Metal Gear on MSX, the 8-bit.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay,
not
NES
solid.
game, the
Yeah.
NES game.
Yeah,
Not
the one
solid.
I feel asleep and all the syntax errors.
Yeah.
I think that'd be awesome.
I would love to see that because I feel like 3 is kind of Metal Gear Solid 3 is kind of in the same vein as that. But I would love to see something right now. Just give me like a full like metagame before of like going through the jungle or getting to the base, and then give me the rest of it. The plot twist, I don't even care. I don't care if I know. I love that series. I'm irrational
that's
about my
a
love for
good
Metal
idea.
Gear.
So we're talking about like now, like what is that? 18-bit, 16-bit? What was
That was
8-bits.
an 8-bit game. That
Okay.
was Sega Master System.
So like you want it like with new age graphics?
Or not Master System, MSX. I want it now. I want it with, like, give me a PC and a PS4 release.
Come on, Master System was great. It had those little credit card games.
See, I want Sakurai to reboot a lot of 8-bit,
We got
16-bit
Legend
games.
Dragoon
Another great game.
and another non.
Legend of Dragoon was really good.
That was,
Paper Mario was fun too.
Well, he wants like an RPG for Mario. That's not Paper.
Not Paper Mario.
Super Mario
Mario
RPG.
RPG.
Yeah.
Give me Super Mario RPG 2 with Mallow,
It does
with
exist.
Gino. With Mallow.
And this is
with
Elite
Gino.
Entertainment.
Gino, as a character, disappeared. He has a tiny cameo
She?
in
Isn't it a
Mario and Luigi. He's kind of...
I think it's
Both.
a girl.
Oh,
Gino's a,
Gino is the little doll.
yeah.
Little blue doll.
Yeah.
I don't think it has a sex.
I think it's a girl.
Hold on. Speaking of Mario,
I might be
games,
thinking of something else.
Makes a tiny cameo in Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga for GBA, and that's it. You've never heard of Mallow and Gino again.
Let's get Gino back. Let's put him in the next Smash. Let's make him DLC.
I think
Speaking
we're
of
gonna start a
Mario
petition right now. Like you
Oh,
guys are getting
geez,
into
yeah,
this.
no, they're
Oh
very
my god, dude! I
passionate.
would love that game.
But Mario Paint was so fun with it. What you could do in Mario
They
Paint.
have the Mario level creator.
Mario Maker is going to be awesome.
can
That's
make
why I didn't
music.
include a Mario game in this.
Yeah.
If they included the music maker from Mario Paint
Yes,
and Mario
that's
Maker,
what everybody
Great.
wanted
And
it
the
for.
animation maker.
yeah, and the Fly Swatter
I'll
game.
listen to those
Yes,
for
that was
hours.
great.
I'll listen to those music. Like, there's like
We got
all
talent.
the Nintendo tunes, like for an hour straight, and it's just fun to guess. Oh, I know what this is from. I know what this is from.
We got some serious ass talent. Last one, a good Sonic game that's momentum based and not speed based, because that's the
you'll
old
never
Sega
see a
games.
good spot.
Oh
Sonic
my
I know,
god,
and that's why it's a
Lost
fantasy.
Worlds. I freaking was like, this game's great, and then I kept crashing into shit I couldn't see, and it wasn't my fault. And I'm like,
No, it's not your fault. It's poor level design.
Let's forget Sonic ever existed and just make Shadow the Hedgehog and make it a good game.
are
Shit
you
with
serious?
the guns.
No, that's why I said make it a good
And
game.
the skates and Santa
That's why I said make it a good game because Shadow is so much cooler character.
He says reboot it to new game. You should go. This is what was all bad about this. Like, was there anything good about it? Is it a whole new game they're making?
No, I'm just saying they should make a game with Shadow as the main character that's not bad.
Who was it that mentioned
Shadow is a
Mario
much
RPG
better
in the
character
chat?
than Sonic.
Elite
Sonic's
Entertainment.
lame.
New best
Elite.
friend. I love this guy.
Yeah.
He was talking about Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels earlier, and now he's
Yeah.
talking about Mario RPG. He's my new best friend.
You go through best friends really.
Let's talk about games that really are coming out in the next little while. Evolve is actually coming out like immediately, like in 3 days. I know some of you guys played the alpha for that.
PAX for that was so cool.
It was very cool.
It was the big dude, and you could touch his drool.
Yeah, it was gross, but it was cool.
It was awesome. They like had it like crystals hanging off like a string or something like that. It looked like drool, and you could like be underneath it and touch it. It was right next
and
to
take
Borderlands.
pictures with it. That's what everyone did.
I've played a lot of that game, and
What do you think?
He's not feeling it.
I don't think it's bad.
Mhm.
I think it's a very good game.
Mhm.
Personally, I just don't think I would play it a lot.
Okay.
Which makes me sad because I was so excited for it for a long time, but I guess like I don't even know. It looks very, very repetitive.
Do we have any differing opinions in the house?
I know I'm like really far away from the mic, but that is gonna be. I'm gonna do like a little discussion show. Well, not so much discussion, but like my opinion of stuff like that. But I think that's
A
like
review? Like a review?
Well, not so much a review, just of like things in like the like in the industry where like have early access games like that, because that's a byproduct of you playing the game early. So
Yeah.
A preview of sorts that is kind of powered by the community, I think, is really important, because a lot of these preview review events take place in hotels under the watchful eye of a developer, and there's embargoes and stuff like this. And if we can get our hands on stuff early, awesome. We can give you an idea.
Well, that was the deal back in the day. You
Yeah.
bought a PC Gamer magazine, and you got games like 20
Oh
years
yeah, I
before
remember
they
that.
got
You
released.
got the disc.
Yeah,
and
they had like 6 games on it, and they were like a year early. It was great.
Back to Evolve. Let me say that playing the alpha and beta or the beta or whatever, I have decided not to buy it.
Okay.
At $60.
That's $60. Okay.
At 30, 40, maybe. At 60, probably not.
Well, we'll take a look. I mean, it's coming out next week, and we'll see, what happens with that. And you know what? I'm probably gonna get my hands on it as well, and we'll see what I think of that as well. Battlefield Hardline has an open beta right now. Who's played it? Anybody played it?
No.
Good thing I played it. I will tell you this: it is definitely Battlefield. The maps are big.
Are you
The
serious?
car chases are car chases.
I heard there were a lot of things that they implemented in order to make the game a lot more cheap. Like
Cheap?
I would say
Like-
morecade. Would you? Would
More-
that be fair?
unfair in gameplay is what I've heard.
I would say it's a little more arcadey.
Yeah.
I think it's very.
I heard with the way that the spawning is and the way that the new mines are, I think is what I heard. Camouflage mines.
Well, I
or
mean, the
something.
game is new. This is still beta, so I mean they can change stuff. But I mean, from what I played,
Beta's for balancing.
It was good.
I like that it doesn't take itself very seriously. I was talking about the hidden reload animations earlier. They're humorous. Check them out on YouTube. I think Kotaku ran a piece about that, and they had the like 7 or 8 videos of them. They're hilarious. It is much different from the original beta release. I don't even call it a beta back at E3, where they were just like, "Here's your fucking map, go for it." And everyone's like, "Wow, this is not very good." And people are playing it on Twitch, and they're just like, "EA has fucked me so hard." They didn't even pay for it yet, and they're already, and I'm gonna buy it. And look, I think it makes a case for itself, not being just an expansion, but being a standalone title now, and that's absolutely worth a look. Is there anything else on your mind or on your radar that's coming out in the near future that you want to get into this thing?
Are we talking for exclusively for systems or
Anything.
I really am looking forward to, and I hope it comes out soon. Is Orcs Must Die Unchained? Did you play that at PAX?
I did not.
Oh my gosh, we have to play that together. I played the first one because it was like $8 on Halloween, and it's like kind of tower defense, but at the same time it's action based and you have to get here to here. It's great. It's a great co-op game, and then now Unchained is they've created more classes and you can play against each other. It's awesome. That's one thing I'm looking forward to on the computer. And I mean, I have a whole list of
And man, you got
Nintendo
Dragon Ball
games.
Z coming out.
That face.
Xenoverse.
Yeah, Xenoverse.
I'll be playing
You
that.
get to change the entire Dragon Ball Z universe.
I heard it was not very good.
Where did you hear that from?
You got anything
It's
else?
okay. If you can pre-order, you get Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta.
Pre-order now!
Let me grab my
There's-
list.
There's this horror game coming out on Steam. I think it's called Dollhouse, but the big concept of it is
Seems good for that stuff.
When is the new Silent Hill? God.
you have
want my
you have an
Norman
ability-
Reedus, right?
Yeah.
You have like an ability to look through the person who's trying to kill you through their eyes.
Oh, fucked up.
So So you use
That's
that to get
cool.
away from them.
Dude,
That's
remember that
cool.
PS2
Yeah.
game where you were like the murderer and you had to use the headset?
If
and
Joe
would
can't
whisper
handle
in
it,
your
I'll play
head?
it.
No!
Yeah.
Fatal Frame was creepy enough for me. I'm not even going to go there.
It's coming out on Wii U.
Fatal Frame. No thanks.
The
I'm
next
not
one's
playing.
coming out on Wii U.
Did
You're
you
gonna use
ever
the
play
Wii U
that
as the
game?
camera.
Where you were the murderer on the PS2
Nope.
and it was like one of the
Not
first
playing
headset games. And you'd be walking around and there'd be a voice in your head telling you
trying to
how
find
to
my
keep
list.
people
Oh, I
and tell
think
people
I think I
what to
remember.
do. That game was creepy
Oh
as
man,
hell.
what was the name of it?
Yeah. It wasn't Condemned. It was something
No,
like
no,
that.
something.
though.
Yeah.
But yeah, you'd walk around and be like, murder him, kill him, cut off his head. It was
I
creepy as
have
hell.
those voices already. There was a headset.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I'm going to sleep with the lights on tonight.
Here it is. Let's see. Kirby's coming out. Monster Hunter, Mighty Number 9, both Zelda,
Mighty Number
Splatoon, Star Fox, Yoshi, Mario Party.
I'm going to
You know
save a
what,
lot
just
of
like
that
this
for next
year?
week because,
I thought we were talking
But
about
Kirby's
soon,
coming
the
out
entire
soon.
year.
one, I'm excited for all of those, and two, we're out of time.
Oh.
we are. Before we go though, I think this
Suck
went
it
very
tonight.
well. If anybody would like to see more of this, or have any more suggestions as to what they'd like to see in the Twitch podcast, definitely tell us.
Mash the follow button, please.
Yeah.
Mash the follow button. Find us on Facebook, GCUB, that is a 3. Share us, boost us, whatever you can do to get the word out. We're here for you, by the people, for the people. We're community driven. We want to produce content that you want.
And if you came
Or
in
I
late,
want.
this will be on YouTube. When? Do you have any idea when? Is it going to be on YouTube?
Yeah, this will be on YouTube.
They make their way to YouTube. There's usually a few days lag on there. We can archive this on Twitch as well. Catch us on Twitch all week. What's the schedule like for that, Derek? I know that we're pretty much on there almost every night.
Tuesday, Thursday night, starting at 9:30, probably run to around 12:30 each day, and then we're going to try to do some stuff Friday and Saturday afternoon.
But you're guaranteed Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Guaranteed Tuesdays and
Tuesdays and
Thursdays.
Thursdays,
Were we
come
gonna
have fun.
that Sunday, the Sunday, whatchamacallit, the card game. I can't remember his name.
Cards Against Humanity.
No.
Hearthstone?
Hearthstone. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you.
That card game.
That,
The most famous, like...
it's not the most
Most
famous
out
card
of
game,
control,
first of all.
famous like
Yeah.
whirlwind card game at the moment.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
No, I think
I
Magic
hope
is
that
still
you
the
can come
most
over
famous
Wednesday.
Yeah, I
card
think so.
game.
I
We
have
have
to look at my
certain
schedule.
Lewis Zambrano in the house.
But
Maybe
I'll
we can
figure it
make
out.
it work Thursday.
I'll figure it out.
Arizona has more famous.
Look, you're already here if you're watching us right now. Twitch.tv/GCubed. Again, the E is a 3. Come find us there if you're catching us on YouTube.
Tell your friends.
E3. Stay tuned. We're going to
I
have
have
some
to
really good stuff from PAX
That's
as
his
well. PAX East this year, which actually takes place in less than 4 weeks. And that will be a blast. Beyond that, this has been fun. Until next time, say more your time, say more your channel. Come find us again.
Peace.
Take it easy.
Peace.
Bye. At the P.